Meteorologist Peter Hall with your NBC3 forecast. Looking ahead, here's what we've got on the docket for you. Now, our weather has been very wet. Many areas reporting 3.5 inches of rain as a total. Rain is going to be tapering off during the course of this afternoon, but still being mostly cloudy. Now, technically, today's high already happened shortly after midnight at 65. For the afternoon, most spots are going to stay in the 50s, which is a far cry. And by the way, if you talk about afternoon temperatures, it's the coolest afternoon we have of all month. It's the last day of the month. We're going down as the third warmest September on record, but we're seeing that pattern change. It's going to stay cool in the short term. Here's what to expect. As expected, we got 3 to 4 inches of rain. Now, we always keep an eye on flooding fears. That's a lot of rain in 24 hours, but because we've been so dry for like the past 3 months, there's only been minor flooding. We have seen some low-lying flooding in poor drainage areas in Syracuse. Molly Matat was on our show this morning. She reported from an area at the crossroads of Hiawatha at State Fair Boulevard where there was some flooding. Again, low-lying, poor drainage area. We'll keep an eye on rivers and streams, which are likely to be okay but rising. And once again, if you live in an area that typically floods, maybe a swampy area or a low area that all the water collects in one spot, you need to be aware of this. More likely than not, though, flooding widespread is unlikely today. It gets cooler. We already talked about that today. And some of the coolest starts of the season. Lower 40s for Syracuse, upper 30s. That's likely tomorrow morning and maybe even Friday morning as well, with highs near 60. But at least tomorrow and Friday likely dry. Then there's the southern systems, especially what happens to what will be Hurricane Joaquin, which is right now near the Bahamas. First off, the rain that just is coming through now is going to head off to the Atlantic shoreline and then just kind of hang out there for a couple of days. And I'll show you that in the Futurecast in a second. But the bottom line is a combination of that and whatever happens to Joaquin is the key to what happens this weekend. But in the short term, you see the rain tapering off this afternoon. Otherwise, mostly cloudy. Now, if we happen to get lucky and see a peak of sun, we might get back to 60. But overall, it's a chilly afternoon. And then overnight tonight, note that skies are going to be clearing and it's going to be chilly. Upper 30s, lower 40s, not shown here. I would not be surprised if there's some fog in the fog-prone areas. And then tomorrow, it is sunny. Zooming out, mostly sunny, but a good word to describe tomorrow, crisp, just like the apples in season. I mean, it's true. Apples crisp are good until with the temperatures tomorrow. Lower 40s in the morning, near 60 in the afternoon. Now, remember the rain that just came through? It's just hanging out here by the shoreline and near Virginia. See that? Should stay to our south Friday as well, mixed sun and clouds. But there's a system over Kentucky that's just going to kind of swirl here, okay? And then there's Joaquin. Most of our computer models take this thing north and then shove it northwest towards Virginia and Washington, D.C. If that happens, this initial moisture you see here will rain and move our area into our area Saturday, and then some of Joaquin's rain would come in Sunday, and we could get flooding. But there's one very reliable computer model that takes us out to sea. We'll see. We're not exactly sure. We've got to just keep an eye. Because the rain that we just saw, if we wind up getting a lot of rain this weekend, we would see flooding. We'll keep you posted. More on CNYCentral.com.